When I started this game, I anticipated the eerie atmosphere, solid writing, and immersive voice acting. What I did not anticipate was embracing a feeling of uncertainty throughout my entire first playthrough, and an ending that would make me cry. This is the final loop of our first playthrough, and I'd love to know, would you like to see more Slay the Princess? There are more princesses to find. Let me know in the comments, and either way, I hope you enjoy today's episode. I am very excited. I'm very excited to see what state, why am I holding the controller? What state we're gonna find the princess in, or I guess, no, that's right. It's based on what we bring to her. She's a reflection of what we believe in her and what we believe of her. I considered doing something a bit more slay the princessy, in the sense of maybe actually trying to slay her. So I think let's just go to the cabin. We're gonna be snarky though. Thanks for telling me what to do, narrator.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
He took it as genuine. Never mind. This is
you
the
make your way up
last
the
vessel,
short path to the cabin,
though, that we're gonna
You'll
bring.
find the princess within. A warning: she will lie.
I'm a little bit apprehensive what's going to happen. And now I'm like, how many endings are there? What are the numerous pathways that I did not go down?
The interior of the blade.
Okay. I'm going to take the blade, because I
You
know
take
that
the
if I
blade from the
don't,
table.
we won't be able to come back and get it. So I do need it. And we know that in taking the blade, the princess is going
The door
to
to
come
the basement creaks open, revealing a
towards
staircase
us with a
faintly
little bit
illuminated
more of
by
a
an unseen light in the room
harsh tone.
below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Okay. I'm fast forwarding through this stuff because we've been on this path before. Let's continue
Good.
down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm gonna steal my nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you
I'm
think you
nervous.
can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Let's see, what if she isn't bluffing? Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she...
Hesitating?
Oops.
Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
No, I'm gonna slay the
You
princess.
charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct.
The
A blade of
narrator
her own
lied
slips
to
down her
us.
sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Oh my goodness. I guess we're gonna... I don't want to die. I'm gonna try and finish the job.
With
If
the
I
last
started...
bit of your will, you
Oh,
press
geez.
forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on
Oh
the
my
floor
God.
together, rapidly bleeding out.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
No, but I'm hoping that this gives you maybe some strength. Again, I'm thinking about this now of how am I cultivating the vessel to give to the entity, which I went back and I realized the entity, I've been calling it the entity, but really it's like the shifting mound, the entity. I feel like it's synonymous. But I think the actual name is the shifting mound for the hands and things that accept the vessels. But I don't know, the entity is nice.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Also, small details to notice. She seems like her proportions are a little bit different, but also her teeth are sharp. I think the crown is maybe a little different as well.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Ah, shucks.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2. Ooh, the razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Now, I'm curious. What if we were like, you know what? We cultivated this aggro princess. What if we leave?
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh my gosh, the entity is speaking to us? Okay, let's, she's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. If he doesn't remember what happened, then
I want to
maybe
see
it's
what other
best to
voice
keep
we
it
have.
that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Voice of the cheated.
Stabbed to death.
Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
You said that last time.
That's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
You were made for this job. Okay. So we haven't explored the question of who we are really meaningfully in a little bit, but this tidbit makes me feel like we need to save it for later, for when we are getting closer to the ending. Because we have 3 key players. We have, well, 4, I guess. The narrator, who is somehow in control, in some ways in control of this world, but seems to always talk about the rules that he's unable to break. There's me, ostensibly, I guess, the hero, or the protagonist of the journey. I don't know if I'd call myself the hero. We have the voice of the hero, so I guess we are the hero, because the voice of the hero is always the first with us. And I think it's interesting that a hero who normally saves princesses, I am being sent to slay her. So somehow I am the only thing with the strength to do so. The narrator, for whatever reason, is not sending a villain. It's not sending an anti-hero. It's not sending, like, why is the hero being sent? I think is an interesting question. I think the princess is, again, not necessarily her own self. The princess only becomes what we believe her to be. And the princess, I feel like, are fragments of this entity that we see outside of this wooded place, who's in a different location separate from what the narrator has created for us here. Or the author. Because again, I had a theory at the very beginning. I was like, is the narrator perhaps beholden to the author who has created this place? I'm not sure. Let's just proceed to the cabin at this point.
A warning. She will lie. She will cheat.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Sorry, cheated.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Okay, let's proceed. I'm excited to see what it looks like. And this is perhaps the last...
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Now, we have addressed the mirror every single time. I wonder what happens if we don't. Let's just take the blade.
You
and
take
enter
the blade from the
basement.
table.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
I mean, oh man, it feels weird going in with this mentality of like attempting to slay the princess, simply because it is not how I would naturally make these choices. But wait, what if we approach the mirror with the blade in our hand?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? You reach
Dang
forward
it.
and rub your hand.
Okay,
There
never
was a
mind.
mirror a second.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
All right, let's go down. I have a feeling we're going to see something much more sort of like beastly with how this room has been destroyed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what
that
must once
sound?
have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
You are narrator. Hush. This is frustrating.
Her grating voice carries up the
It's
stairs.
like obviously she has something big to hit us with.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh my gosh, no, trickery.
There's something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step,
Whoa.
the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
I have a feeling she remembers us, and I have a feeling it's not going to turn out great for us. One thing that just struck me, because we just played In Stars and Time, which was another time loop game. Highly recommend, like, if you haven't played it, to play it. If you would like to watch the playthrough, I have the full playthrough uploaded here on YouTube. But the predominant theme in that game is change. And I think with a lot of time looping games, themes of change, of decay, of being willing to accept that element, that things can change, that things may not last forever, is something that comes up a lot. I think also Outer Wilds is another one of my favorite time looping games. One of the major themes is sort of this like willingness to accept and let go, and is again this idea of breaking the loop means being willing to accept that things change. While within each loop here we do experience a lot of change, the fact of the matter remains that we are still trapped in a loop that we are unable to leave. And I wonder if, because we want to get out, and we are the force that provides change to the princess, I wonder if the narrator and perhaps, again, the author, who was not confirmed, but I think there's an author, I think there's someone in addition to the narrator, I wonder if they are somehow unwilling to accept the change of their world or the end of their world. Oh, I'm like trying to piece this together. I think it's coming together. I wonder if the narrator and the author are unwilling to change their world, or there has been a change coming in their world. They don't want it to happen, which is why we're trapped in this loop. I don't know what killing the princess does or doesn't do, really. I wonder if she represents that change and they're trying us to kill this idea of change. Again, I use the word change mostly because it's also what we just encountered in Stars and Time, which is kind of the perfect game to play right after this, now that I'm really digging in. Okay, but let's continue with the story. Just theory crafting moment.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Well, yeah.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I know you have a knife. Do you remember what happened last time? I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Oh, we could let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died? What if we're both honest with each other? We could just approach. Oh my god, okay. What happened after? Well, no, how about this? Do you remember what happened last time? I want to see what happens if we ask.
Last time? If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that.
Okay, duly noted.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Uh-huh.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I love her.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember.
No, she obviously
Right?
remembers. Come on, hero.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
I mean, if you put it like that, yes.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Ha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Oh, jeez. Okay, if I get close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
I almost like just talking to her just to see the
And
way she
you are a brave
poorly
knight
lies.
who's supposed to
and-
walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I guess she's not lying. I like how she is so obviously toying with me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Well, yeah, of course,
She
man.
certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
You know what? I'm gonna say screw it. Because again, I said I'm gonna try doing some options about that involve slaying the princess. So let's see what happens. Screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering
She's gonna
as you
get
charge
me.
across the
Also,
room.
look at her crown. Again, much more minimal, less flowery than the damsel. Looks like she has 3 daggers in there.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I
No,
think we can
cheated,
win.
no.
We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
She's gonna stab me.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Who's meat? not ours, right?
Our meat.
Hers at first,
Oh,
then yours.
what?
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your
Whoa.
chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago.
What?
It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That was unexpected. Chapter 3? The arms race?
You're on a path in the
Whoa.
woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
But also, we've never gone to a chapter 3 before, I don't think. Or it's very rare if we have. But I don't think we have.
You're what? I feel
Oops.
dizzy.
Shoot, sorry. Wait, what? The cat... What? What? We did not go to the woods. We are at the cabin already. And everything is jagged. Again, kind of going with the razor, which was chapter 2's title, and the princess that we met. And the mirror is here. Are we supposed to crawl into that hole? Is that the basement?
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Okay, so let's see. History. Okay, I love this. So it says the interior. So the cheated said, like, fuck that. If we're going to have to keep doing this over and over, we're not starting in the woods, we're going in the cabin. And then the narrator said, the interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved batter, sheet metal pushing you towards, wait, excuse me, what just happened? What did you do? So somehow, Cheated was able to change the story.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
We have a third voice in our head.
Good. It's better.
Fourth
that way.
voice?
Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning. Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
An entire world. I'm like, I wish we knew more about this world.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish
Whoa,
telling you
I didn't
it's
even
there.
click through that.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Whoa, stubborn is like ready to fight.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
Okay, Hunted is much calmer, but definitely still out for blood.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
What door?
There isn't a door. It's just that mirror again.
There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Okay, well, I guess we have to approach
Make
the
your
mirror.
way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror down. It's going to
Reach
disappear.
forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I'm nervous. What's gonna happen?
You step forward,
Oh.
but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto
Oh
the
no,
basement
she's
floor
here
and the
again.
form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh my god.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down.
Watch
easy
out for her
again.
leg knife. She probably has another knife now. Look, and her dress, again, is much more razor blade sharp. It's got angles not only in the hem of the dress, but also in her shoulder poofs. Her crown is also bigger and much more pointy.
Pride makes us dead.
Hair, too,
The only
angular.
thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it.
Don't
We just
wanna
need to
die
find
again,
a way to
though.
win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat.
Oh
From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
I don't like this one.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh my god.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're gonna have to fight her and we're gonna have to stiff upper lip. Appeal to her authority. Maybe? Unconditionally surrender. Flirting? I feel like she... Okay, I'm gonna try appeal to her authority. That sounds way interesting. And you know what? We'll get sliced and diced either way. So I feel like we're gonna get sliced and diced either way. So maybe we just puff her up for a little bit, lower her guard.
She isn't one to talk, and we shouldn't be either. I agree. Talking is boring. We should just get back to fighting
We have no
her.
chance against two razor blade arms.
That's not helpful. We already tried that one, didn't we? You were the one who asked for ideas. Fine. Talk our way out of this. Maybe that's the answer.
We cannot beat her in a fight. You know I'm a big fan of winners, and you got winner written all over for you. What if we joined forces? Has anyone ever told you how good you are at stabbing things? You know what? I'm gonna go with that because that is most honest.
Nope. But I don't need anyone to tell me that. I know I'm good at what I do. The best, I think.
Yes, you are.
The princess pauses for a moment to further ponder your ill-placed compliment.
Hey, what gives? Are you trying to get on my good side? You're not bored of me stabbing you, are you?
Did it work? I'm bored of you stabbing me. What? Puffing you up? I'm just stating facts. Oh, this is a razor line that we're walking on. I feel like if I say I'm bored, she's gonna be like, I'm not bored. I'm just gonna state facts. I mean, this is facts.
And they're good facts. Great facts. And for what it's worth, you're already on my good side.
Okay, good. We're making progress. This is good.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to not stab you. I'm having fun. Why would I stop?
We should coil ourselves. She's about to pounce. Just get ready to fight back. But before you can finish another thought, the princess closes
Dang
the
it.
distance and dodge. Nap fails to hit you.
Oh,
Haha, yes.
Oh, you're a fast one. That's fun. But I think I can get even faster.
no.
Now, hit her back. You dodge and parry and
Whoa.
strike and are struck, her nicking your flesh and you nicking her skin to reveal shining metal below. But eventually you slip up. You lose the pattern, just for a moment. A blade flashes through the air, and she skewers you. Ow.
Ow is right. Will we get a chapter 4?
She is absolutely uncompromising, isn't she?
Opportunist.
I know it seems weird, but if anything, this makes me want her to like us even more.
How many voices are gonna happen this time?
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Yeah, what?
Your Honor, No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's
Voice
all
of the
we'll
broken.
ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Are we just in stabbing
This is all
purgatory?
horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess
No, are
advances.
we are in stabbing purgatory.
Okay. Whatever we do gets us another... us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes
my
us
gosh.
better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
You know how the entity or the shifting mound gets vessels of the princess? I feel like the equivalent is voices for me. I almost wish I got princess vessels instead of voices.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. Flawless idea, if you ask me. Such a go-getter attitude.
Come on, show me something new.
Let's try flirting? That's real new and real different. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades.
The smitten
There's
is
nothing
back.
better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Okay.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything.
Contrarian's
Tougher
back.
than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Broken.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic.
Oh my gosh.
Please.
Just panic.
Skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're
What's gonna
right.
get us out?
One last time. That's all we need. None of this is working. Think.
Skeptic.
Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Are we getting a chapter? We're getting a chapter 4? Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Oh my gosh.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
I have had less and less control. At this point, I am just along for the ride with the voices.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
It's true, because we know we actually
The only thing
can,
we're
sort
going to
of.
manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically strive through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine
Oh
by
my
me.
gosh.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only... It's fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
What?
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
I mean, me too, narrator. You
Don't
and me
care.
both.
Just want to win. Fine.
Oh my
you make
God.
your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to show you. It's
She's just
worth it,
all
though.
knife all
Just
times.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears.
What?
Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
Holy shit is right.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine. Yes. Behold.
Smitten and stubborn agreeing for once.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
All right,
God, empty your mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too. Get rid of all the voices.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Whoa. You do not act. And yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Water and steel, master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe, is the achievement I just unlocked. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Ooh, that just gave me chills. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That's concerning. Whoa, hold on, there's like a raven back here. But that's not right. You can't be nothing. Right, we had this discussion with the entity before. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
I'm the narrator? No way, what? No way, what? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then, oh my god, wait. Whoa. You can still see the eye of the bird here. So you're the... Oh my god, multiple eyes. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective
One of
voice
my
to guide
voices
your
in my
blade.
head.
But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Wait, so if the narrator is one of the voices in my head... What? Oh my gosh. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Okay.
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Okay, so there is an author. And the narrator is kind of like this echo, or not a copy, but imbued with the author's essence, perhaps? Oh, I feel like we have limited number of questions. Oh no. Okay, I don't want to waste a question. I want to ask, are you a part of me or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you.
Okay.
But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Yeah. Ooh, let's see. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. I feel like that's a question that I want to ask, but I also know that there's so many other things. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Okay. So, the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change, she is transformation. Her nature is why I had to die. Right, because death is change. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm like, my brain is trying to put all these pieces together even as we're breaking the narrator apart. We only have a few questions left.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation? You think anyone deserves to live? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Because if we remove change, ebb and flow, we just have this like static thing, which isn't life. That's oh my god, there's so many questions. I'm curious, why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
But then, again, that is not life. Yeah, if I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Others like you said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, It would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay, we have like maybe 3 questions, 3 or 4 left. If she is capable of becoming whatever people just believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Oh man, there's so many questions. Like, I want to ask, if you made me, then what am I? Why did you make her a princess? That's a question I didn't even think to ask. But it's such an obvious question now I see it. In this world that we've been in, everything is what we have said it to be. So if the narrator says that she's a princess, like, she could have been anything. The narrator could have been like, you need to slay the pizza. You need to slay, you know, I'm just making up a random thing, but it's like, why did you make her a princess? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Of all the things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread?
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess.
Me?
As to why, maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
I'm a god? Oh my god, we have... Oh my me. I don't know what else I can... I could ask, why did you lie to me? Why would you want to rid the world of death? Ooh, I'm pretty sure death is good. Actually important even. Yeah.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Ah! The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Death of the author, run out of questions. Ah! I want you to know that before you die for good. I'm not going to slay her. Ah! I am going to say nothing. Actually, you know what? I haven't decided. No, I have. I'm not going to slay her. I know for sure I will not destroy her. So I'm going to tell him and see what what he says.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
As the final fragments of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet. A vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Okay, and I missed the achievement. What did I just get? I got the long quiet. All of this is you. Oh my god. Proceed to the cabin. One last time. Sharp vessel, bring the razor full to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. She's beautiful.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound,
Shifting
a
mound.
pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Okay, so the echo, the narrator, divided us. And he said that too when we asked him questions. He said that he made a rough cut where I still had some of her in me and she had some of me in her.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really leave? Just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Oh my gosh, we have more questions. So we have, let's talk this through. Yeah, let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
No, I just wanted to ask questions. Oh my god, wait, no.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Oh my gosh, that hurt my heart.
On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality, and you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life. But even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. I won't engage with violence. I'm gonna say even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
Whoa.
Your little hair drives the stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what it takes, no. I don't want to hide from the truth. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. I don't want to fight. Let's surrender. Let's surrender. I don't want to destroy her.
Nothing
conflict,
brings me
we
greater
carve you
joy
in.
than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself? Am I ending my own body? You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Why am I getting choked up? All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. What? You are free. And she's with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. Oh my gosh. It's like the grass growing. We're seeing the universe. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
We're stepping into the infinite with her, with us. We are one. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Wow! Oh, that is so good. Congratulations to everyone who made this game. Oh my gosh. And the game was Patreon alpha testers. Heck yes. I feel like special thanks to Gab. I'm on there, Jenny Vintum, that's me. Our song, Finish the Game, The Good Ending Doesn't Count. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of their gratitude, here's a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Oh my gosh. So this is like my playlist for the game. Okay, hold on. I don't want to hide the UI. I can just take that. I'm processing so much right now. The fact that I'm in the credits of this game, which is outstanding. Thank you so much, Abby and Tony. Oh my god. I'm just like really thankful. And then the fact that the ending. I'm like, I want more. I want to see it all. Explore, join the Discord, join the mailing list, the subreddit, follow somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, which we should at some point, honestly. Return to main menu. This song is so good. And apotheosis, I remember that was in Journey, and I remember looking up that word, and I can't quite remember the definition, so let me look it up really quick. Okay, apotheosis, the highest point in the climax, in the development of something, the culmination or climax. In Greek mythology, apotheosis was elevation to the status of a god, which makes sense because at that point in time in this game, at the end, we had recognized ourselves as a god along with she and stepped into the universe. It's a beautiful, beautiful ending. I feel like I don't even know what the other endings are, but I'm like, how can other endings top that? That's like outstanding. Such a switch. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. Now I'm really curious what happens. Do we have to do a new game? And then from new game, are we going to have to start from scratch? Do we load game? And if we load game, what happens? Golly, that was so good. That was so much fun. I probably on my own, unless you put in the comments if you want to see more Slay the Princess, if you want to see some of the other princesses, I can do not speed runs, but sort of now that we've gotten through the first ending, kind of do a few more. Because again, I don't know how many endings there are, that's the problem. But if we go through and if we try to make sure and just take notes and get different princesses every time, I wonder how many princesses we'll find and how many vessels and how many endings. This did not happen before when we were on the screen. That's amazing and creepy. But yeah, I loved that. Again, time looping games are becoming a favorite sort of type of game for me. I love a good mystery, a time loop, a thing that makes me feel like I need to put together pieces of a clue without it overtly being like a detective game. And I love that, again, we played in Stars in Time. There was a theme about change, about embracing and accepting things, and not just wanting things to stay frozen in time. And I feel like this game was a great addition to that, an extension of that theme. Oh, this is amazing. I have never seen this. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more Slay the Princess. And regardless, I will be playing more. It's just a matter of if I record it or if I don't. And I just cannot wait. To meet more perspectives and see what lies in store. But we still will be doing other Let's Plays featuring indie game demos and all of that good stuff here on the channel. So if you like this, please consider following. I do generally cozy, thoughtful, and calm Let's Plays of games, as well as highlighting indies and indie demos. And if you visit me on TikTok and Twitch, I do the same there. And you can find me at Kimchica on all of those 3 platforms. And you can join Geeks and Grounds. It's my video game book club. Basically, it's like a book club, but for video games. We play 1 game a month. We discuss it. There's a newsletter, a podcast, and a Discord community. So those 3 are all different ways that you can participate, kind of a la carte, where if you want to do the Discord, hang out with the community, that's awesome. If you're not a Discord person, maybe you're overwhelmed with servers, you can still listen to the podcast and get the newsletter to really just make time for yourself to play a game and savor it and really just like delve maybe a little bit deeper than you would than if you were sort of speed playing through yourself or just playing on your own. I am a former teacher, so I really just want us to think about the ways that we play and how it can inform us a little bit more about ourselves and how we can learn about the world and kind of like in this game, change a little bit as we consume and see ourselves reflected or not reflected in the media that we engage with. But I'm rambling. This song is so good, this game is so good, and I just want to enjoy this experience of savoring this first ending with you all. I will see you all in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are and that you find lots of games to play and enjoy. Bye!